one and use discount code USA.
Washington State's most populated county, King County, is establishing a new program to address its more than 7,000 court cases. The initiative includes using nonprofit community groups to decide the fate of offenders rather than a judge. The program will be available for first-time nonviolent criminals. This will allow alleged felons to bypass facing a judge and skip jail time. Tuesday, Republican Senator and law professor Ted Cruz of Texas urged the U.S. Supreme Court to hear an appeal of a case challenging the election results in Pennsylvania, saying the matter raises serious legal issues. A whistleblower truck driver has testified he delivered 24 pallets of filled-in ballots from New York State to Pennsylvania on election night. Although Attorney General William Barr says there's no evidence, how many ballots are on 24 pallets? The Trump administration has invited vaccine manufacturers, drug distributors, and government officials to a COVID-19 vaccine summit next week at the White House. It will be attended by the President and Vice President Mike Pence.
Some fruits and veggies you should never store together. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
This is my farm, and on it I'm raising corn. I'm raising soybeans, and sometimes wheat. I'm raising chickens, and a few horses. I'm raising catfish and crappies down at the pond. But above all that, before everything else, I'm raising my kids.
You're a parent first, farmer second. Do all you can to make your farm safe for children. Visit cultivatesafety.org for help protecting the most important thing you will ever raise.
Hey, I'm Rodeo Clown JJ Harrison. Now, if you've ever seen me in the arena, you know I like to have fun, take chances. But I also take safety very seriously, because rodeo clowning can be dangerous, but so can farming and ranching. Never assume location of depth of underground utilities or pipelines. Before you start work, always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com. It only takes a minute, and it can save your life.
Always call 811 or visit clickbeforeyoudig.com before you start work. A message from the Pipeline Operators for Ag Safety campaign.
Southeast AgNet is social. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, where you can be sure to find all of the agriculture news for the Southeast.
Storing your food properly is one of the keys to extending its life. However, some produce shouldn't be stored together because of the ethylene gas that is emitted as the foods ripen. Most plants produce ethylene, but the amount varies based on the tissue each has. You should keep the ethylene producers in fruit bowls and the ethylene-sensitive foods in the refrigerator. Ethylene-producing fruits and veggies include apples, avocados, bananas, honeydew, mangoes, pears, strawberries, tomatoes, and potatoes. Ethylene-sensitive produce include asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, carrots, cauliflower, cucumbers, and lettuce and leafy greens. Knowing the difference between ethylene producers and ethylene-sensitive foods will help you determine which fruits and veggies can be mixed and stored together, and also help them last longer. I'm Kathy Isom, Southeast AgNet.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be mostly sunny and cool with a high of 62 to 69, then clear and chilly this evening, low tonight 42 to 56. Thursday will have some sunshine, then turning cloudy with a high of 73 to 76. Then Friday will be mostly cloudy with a high of 77 to 79. Look for a passing morning shower on Saturday. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
That time of year again. You found that perfect gift. Now how to ship it? Well, Just Ship is the answer. Just Ship has a flat rate for package ship and curbside pickup with convenient weekend hours. Plus, even gift wrapping is available. Right now until December 16th, Just Ship will have free pickup or 15% off your total shipping cost. Shop small, ship small. Just Ship is located across from Yandles Building Supply on North Magnolia. Call them at 352-234-3840.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Good morning. Welcome to hour number 2 of Ocala Talks on a very, very chilly Wednesday morning here in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. I'm coming to you live from the palatial studios of WOCA Radio, just outside the food court entrance to the Paddock Mall. Like I said, it's very cold here. But if you want it not to be cold, if you need to relax, It's only a drive away. That's right. I'm talking about Miami Beach, Florida. Yes, that Miami Beach. It's 7 miles of pristine beaches. It's international cuisine. It's art and culture. That's right. Miami Beach, a lot warmer than Ocala today, although it's in the 50s in Miami, so they probably think it's the 30s. But you could win a hotel stay in Miami Beach and a tank full of gas. But you can only win if you call in and give us your name and phone number. Don't call in and give us just your name. Don't call in and give us just your phone number. We need your name and phone number. Call 352-732-8000. That's 352-732-8000. Paradise, only a drive away, Miami Beach, Florida, and you can win a hotel stay there and a tank full of gas from your friends here at WOCA, The Source. You know, I need that trip right now to Miami Beach. I think as cold as it is. So yesterday, I came on the air and told you about, some sort of insect here in the studio, sorry. I told you about the idea of the county buying the former Sears location here at the Paddock Mall. They were going to present it to the county commissioners yesterday. County staff was to start the process of possibly doing that. Not so fast, my friends. Commissioner Kathy Bryant, who we have on the radio here on a regular basis, she'll be in tomorrow, and we will talk about this exact thing. She was upset with with what was going on. She said, "I'm disappointed it's gone this far." And when she said "gone this far," here's what she meant. You may not realize what she meant. I didn't realize how far the conversation had gone. The plan was even gone as far as to include a draft letter of intent in the name of the Marion County Sheriff's Office to Seritage SRC Finance, that's the owner of the property, offering $4 million. No workshops were held, nothing, but there was a draft letter by the Marion County Sheriff's Office to Seritage SRC saying, hey, we'll pay you $4 million for that property. Kathy Bryant, Commissioner Bryant said it wasn't done the right way. If there's a need for emergency management, there needs to be a workshop held with this board to do the due diligence. Emergency management officials began working on the plan for location weeks ago. The property managers at the mall initially offered the agency temporary use of the approximately 120,000 square foot location for storage of COVID-19 equipment and supplies during the initial stages of the pandemic. Preston Boland, he's the director of emergency management. He used the property as a staging area to distribute supplies and equipment, and he felt, hey, this is a nice place. This could be a potential permanent fix for our storage issues. Emergency management only needs about 25,000 square feet of the storage space. Officials approached other entities, including the Florida Department of Health in Marion County, the City of Ocala, the Marion County School Board, and Advent Health to gauge their interest in using the remaining space. So not only have we not had workshops at all, but they went as far, without the county commission even being aware of it, to approach other entities in our area, including the Florida Department of Health, the City of Ocala, the Marion County School Board, and Advent Health. Advent's non-committal about its interest in the property, but I don't understand how it got this far without the commissioners even being aware of it. Like Kathy Bryant said, she goes, I'm very disappointed with this has gone as far as it has. This board has not heard the first discussion about it as a board. That's a problem. That's their job, is to do workshops and garner all the information and then make an informed decision as a county commission before any kind of letter to purchase anything is drafted, before anybody should be reached out and said, hey, we got this 120,000 square foot space. We're only going to use 25,000 square feet of it. Would you guys be interested in coming on with us? Hey, how about you? You guys got any interest? Hey, I got this big piece of property. We're going to use a very small amount of it, probably about, a quarter of it, a little less than a quarter of it. And the rest of it's all open. You guys interested in coming in as partners with us? Partners in what? The county commission hadn't even heard a discussion about it, according to County Commissioner Kathy Bryant. She was adamant that it was not done the right way. I agree. I didn't realize that it had gotten this far without the commissioners even having a discussion about it. I thought surely they'd had a discussion about it, and this was staff bringing back answers to questions commissioners had. Nope, not how it happened. 622-9622, the number to call if you want to weigh in on this subject or any subject that confronts Ocala and Marion County. 622-9622. You know, we've been down this road where people weren't allowed into a discussion until after a deal was practically struck. And then the deal fell apart because the right people had not been invited to the table the whole time. It hadn't been that long ago. My mentor and past employer, Buddy Martin, put a Facebook post up the other day. Says, does anybody remember this? And it was someone very prominent within the Yankees organization holding up a Yankees pinstripe shirt with the word Ocala across it. Because the Ocala Yankees, the single-A club for the Yankees that play in Tampa, were going to move to Ocala. And there had already been discussions and formal plans drawn up and architectural designs drawn up of stadiums and businesses contacted to see if there was any interest in them coming into a shopping area that would be built adjacent to the stadium. All these plans were done. There was an agreement pretty much in principle that if they could get the stadium approved, the taxpayers would approve building a stadium, the Yankees were coming with their single-A ball club. But to get that approval, you had to go to the county commission and ask them for a special election for Marion County for a 1-cent sales tax to build the stadium. Here's the problem with that deal. And I faulted at the time the county commissioners because I don't think they gave us the proper chance as Marion County voters to vote on it when their lame excuse was we can't afford a special election when the Yankees in the city of Ocala ponied up the money and said, we'll pay for the special election. And the 5 commissioners at the time said, nope, not going to do it. Wouldn't let Marion County vote on whether they wanted a 1-cent sales tax or not. Thought they knew better. The 5 of them knew better than the Marion County voting populace. But really what happened, and I know this because I was in meetings, I talked to people behind the scenes, I know this to be fact. Really what happened is Dr. Lee Niblock, who at the time was the county administrator, never thought the city of Ocala could pull off the negotiation with the New York Yankees, so he didn't think it was something he should talk to the county commissioners about. Then, lo and behold, the deal was struck. Now you got to bring the commissioners on, and the commissioners got their feelings hurt because why weren't we at the table the whole time? And they used the excuse of we don't want to pay for a special election when really they were just pissed they didn't get invited to the party. And now you'll have commissioners say, that's not right, Tom. Yes, it is. Remember, I talked to the commissioner. I know the commissioners. I talked to them. I know how angry some of them were that they didn't get invited to the conversation. If we're going to talk about building a stadium that the county has to operate and everything, we should have been in negotiations from the beginning. This is a bad deal. That's what the commissioners said. We should have been in the negotiations from the beginning. And they weren't. Well, it looks like county staff did it again to them. Because if this is to be believed, government officials began working on the plan for the location weeks ago. Property managers initially offered it as a temporary place, but Preston Boland said, hey, this would be a nice potential fix. And they went even so far as to draft a letter of intent to purchase in the name of the Marion County Sheriff's Office to Seritage SRC Finance, the owner of the property, offering $4 million. All of this, according to Kathy Bryant's statement, without the board having a first discussion about it. That's a problem. That's a big problem. It looks like now that this deal might not get done, and I'm okay with that, because I said yesterday I don't believe a government complex needs to come to the mall. The mall is for retail space. You know, I ran an idea up the ladder yesterday, up the flagpole yesterday on the air, and I was amazed at how many people had a positive comment about it. If you go to the Orlando area, you know, you see all these escape rooms and everything. Well, we got escape rooms now in Ocala. You see these axe throwing places in Orlando. We got axe throwing now in Ocala. There are indoor go-kart tracks in Orlando. And they're in old grocery stores and old warehouses that, you know, between 80 and 150,000 square feet. Oh, wait! The same exact kind of size the Sears building has. That'd be a good idea. Everybody thought, wow, that's a great idea, Tom. Put that in here. We'll go right to it. Now, I don't know. You got to do market analysis. I don't know if it's really that good of an idea, but it's something that you could make retail money at. It's not a government entity. And government entities are the problem to me. I don't want the complex to become a government complex because it then says we're done with real estate, with retail. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Jim. You know, there's a half dozen abandoned Winn-Dixie stores all around the county that could probably be had cheaper.
There's a lot of abandoned buildings all around the county that could be probably had a lot cheaper, Jim. I agree with you 100%. Thanks for the call.
Okay, doke. Have a good day.
Yeah, there's a lot of other places that would be more appropriate and more cost-effective than the Sears building at the Paddock Mall, in my opinion. And it looks like the county commission was caught unaware. Kathy Bryant said, I'm very disappointed that this has gone as far as it has. This board has not had the first discussion about this project as a board. That tells me somebody dropped the ball at the county. We'll talk to Commissioner Bryant. I believe it's tomorrow. Yeah, because Thanksgiving was last week. So, yeah, this Thursday she's due in. We'll talk to her about that. This very issue, because it made no sense to me yesterday when I saw the story, and I was amazed at the backlash. I was amazed at the people when I put it in discussion on Facebook and all, the comments on Facebook of how many people were so against changing this building and make it a government complex. You know, there would always be people out there, well, if the mall would make the rent cheaper, look, the mall gets, and by this way, this building's owned by Sears. It's not owned by the mall. Or it's owned by SRC Finance, the owner of the property. But it needs to be used as a retail space of some sort. It does not need to be a government complex. God love the VA and what they do for our veterans. They took over, a government entity, the VA, took over parts of the Cascades. Now the Cascades feels like a government thing. The McPherson Center feels like government. It's not a bad thing. It just stifles capitalism when you make something a government office because there's red tape and bureaucracy. We don't need red tape and bureaucracy to be part of the mall. We just don't. It's a regional shopping hub. People, except in the pandemic year, because it's weird how shopping's going on right now during the pandemic. But usually I worked at this mall for the better part of 6 years. I remember from late September through January how much business increased here at the mall. And I never, I shop at the mall and everything, but I never went into busy times because I just knew there were a bunch of people here. But the way I gauged it was I knew coming in at 3 in the afternoon, coming in at 2 in the afternoon because I had a 3 o'clock show, I knew that between September and January it was impossible to park close to where I was coming into the mall at. I would have to walk quite a ways because of the parking lot being fuller during those times. So the mall needs to stay retail, in my opinion. We'll take a break. We'll come back. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Ocala's Appleton Museum of Art has reopened to all visitors. See the world-class permanent collection and special exhibits, including photographs by Bruce Mozart and mixed media by Christina Deanne. Hours are Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Sundays, noon to 5 p.m. The museum is closed Mondays through Wednesdays. Masks are required, and visitor occupancy is being monitored. For more information, visit appletonmuseum.org.
AccuSleep offers a safe and effective medical option for those who suffer from sleep disorders of all kinds. AccuSleep makes restoring healthy sleep patterns possible. No medication, no surgery, just good sound sleep. Mend your sleep so you can stop counting sheep. Experience restorative sleep at AccuSleep, the acupuncture sleep clinic in Ocala by calling 352-615-5566.
Grandpa. Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
Brick City Creative Group is your one-stop multimedia destination. With the experience our team has, not many can really tell a story like we do. Specializing in live broadcasting, promo reels, film, and social media. No matter the story, we've got you covered with some of the best professionals in the industry. Your story is our mission. Find us on the web at brickcitycreativegroup.com or on Facebook at Brick City Creatives.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Never mind that. We have bigger issues.
Really? Bigger than a helicopter?
Your parents are going to be here for the big dinner, and the garbage disposal is making some crazy noise, and it wasn't Christmas music.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you tried shoving an entire sack of potatoes down the disposal.
It wasn't the entire sack, just most of it.
Now's not the time for more jokes, Mr. Funny Man.
Well, I did try to fix it, but...
Do you have to do this every holiday?
No, I did skip Easter.
What did we agree the rules are?
No more circus animals in the house.
No, not that one.
Oh, if water runs through it, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
Because they don't charge extra